pensions. This is a free call. Your call may be monitored or recorded for legal and training purposes and to help us improve our services. Please press 1 to continue. To help us direct your call, you will soon be asked why you are calling today.
Morning, you're through to the DWP, Nursery Contact Centre.
Right, okay.
So we'll pop you over to the carers allowance team and we'll see what we can do then, okay?
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
Benefit or pension payment dates may change over Christmas.
Welcome to the Carers Allowance Unit, part of the Department for Work and Pensions. Please ask if you require a Welsh language claim pack or a large print form.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, that's fine. So I can't actually. The one thing that would make this whole process easier is to be able to sit down with a person and say, this is my situation, can you tell me what I need to do? So the government don't offer that as a thing, it appears, because I just phoned the job centre, who I imagine would be the people that I'd need to speak to, and you can't make an appointment unless it's about benefits that you already claim, and if you want to claim benefits you have to do it online, but there's no guidance about which ones you can and can't claim on anything. So I'm going to do the carers allowance thing, which basically I went through that whole 10-minute phone call to be told you need to go online. So that's what I'm going to do now. So happy days. See you later. So it turns out the lady on the phone just wanted to fob me off. She didn't ask me any questions about my wife. I told her about Danielle. I told her she'd had a stroke and was in hospital, but I can only claim carers allowance if she's claiming certain benefits, which she's not allowed to claim right now, according to any information that there is online. So what do? We just go back and phone them again and say, what do I need to do? How do I sort this out? This is a nightmare. Okay, new tack. We're going to get Danielle's benefits sorted out first. Here we go. So it turns out that amid all my moaning about the government, sort of how confusing everything is and where to start with stuff, that actually it turns out the hospital have kind of taken things into their own hands, and so they provide like a person that you can talk to about all this stuff. So I'm going to go to the hospital now because Danielle's ready to come home, and yeah, I'm going to leave clearing up the kitchen because that is a state.
You sound a bit sad.
I'm just quiet.
Okay.
Good evening. I was going to leave it at the kind of cute and sappy kind of pictures of video of Danielle and Noah playing together. But I had to just come on to say one more thing. First of all, two more things. First of all, I include that kind of soppy footage because it is genuinely what goes on 90% of the time when Danielle's home. It's just being with each other, and that is what we miss the most. And the hardest part of the day is when Danielle goes back to the hospital, and it was particularly difficult tonight because Noah he's quite sleepy and quite well asleep, but it was a bit late going to bed, so she had to go to be back by a certain time, and she had to go, and he really didn't want her to, and that's always been the bit in films where that really kind of tugs at my heartstrings, when a child is separated from their parent and the child is going, please just stay, please I want to stay with you. And And that's kind of what we have to do. We have to pull them apart, not physically, but emotionally pull them apart, and it's horrible. She just wants to be with him, and he just wants to be with her, and you know, we'll look back at this as a really horrible time, and I think appreciate each other more and appreciate the simple nature of just being with each other a lot more after this. But it is tough to go through. Anyway, the second thing was a wonderful friend, Hannah, who is Danielle's friend from when they were children. When this first happened, she spoke to me about, could she set up a GoFundMe campaign? And I was like, well, a little bit prideful and thinking, this isn't going to be that long actually. We've got a little bit of a cushion, so we should be okay financially. And then the last week we just realised actually we're not going to be okay because neither of us is working. We both are self-employed. Danielle works, she does work in a hospital, but she's works for an agency, and so there's no sick pay or anything. And I don't either work for anyone else. We work for ourselves. As a photographer and maths tutor, and I work for an agency in schools, and so yeah, we've gone from doing pretty well in October to absolutely no income in November. And my family have been fantastic in supporting us, but they have limited resources as anybody does, and so it's been particularly difficult. Anyway, Hannah suggested it again recently, and I said, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do it. Thank you. And you people have just been amazing. I'm speechless at how generous and kind people have been, and we thank you so much for what you've done for us so far. And you know, this is kind of the tip of the iceberg of what people have done. People have sent us Christmas presents in case we can't buy them for Noah. They've gone out and bought stuff and sent it to us and said, please give this to Noah from you. Don't mention us, please give it to him from you. This is our gift to your family. And people continue to make us food. And send us their love and their prayers. And I've seen a few people, I've read everything that people have written on the GoFundMe thing, and you know, some people saying it's not much, but here you go. And I disagree entirely, because every little gift there is incredibly important to us, and it's incredibly touching, and we just thank you so deeply for your generosity. Thank you so much. I think in tomorrow's Evening Echo, if you're in Essex, the Evening Echo, as a local paper, and I think they're going to run a story about Danielle and hopefully share this a little bit wider, which will really, really help. You know, you saw at the beginning I was investigating what financial aid is available, and it's very, very complicated, and I don't know how anyone deals with it regularly. It's somewhat baffling. I know there are charities out there, and I'm plugged into a few people now to help. So thank you to those that have helped with that. But and we have a way forward with that. We know what to do, but that takes a while to process and come through. And just this support is incredible. Thank you so much. And I don't know if there's ever going to be a way that I can express how grateful I am, or to say thank you, or to repay you. But please know that I really want to. Anyway, thank you so much for your support. We love you. We really do. Thank you. And I'm going to go. And I wish you a brilliant day tomorrow. Please remember to hug the people that you love. Thank you.